It was a night without moonlight. A man knelt alone in an olive garden, sweat mixed with blood, falling drop by drop into the soil. He knew exactly what was waiting for him when dawn broke, and yet, he did not run. That man was Jesus. And what happened next changed the course of all human civilization. The night before his arrest, Jesus sat down for one final meal with his 12 disciples. He took the bread, broke it, and said, "This is my body, given for you." Then he lifted the cup and said, "This is my blood, poured out for many, for the forgiveness of sins." At the table, he looked directly at his disciple Judas and said quietly, "What you are about to do, do it quickly." That night, Judas sold Jesus to the chief priests for 30 pieces of silver. Late in the night, while Jesus was still praying in the Garden of Gethsemane, soldiers in the crowd poured in carrying torches, and Judas stepped forward and kissed him on the cheek. That kiss became the most infamous act of betrayal in history. Jesus was brought before the Roman governor Pontius Pilate. After questioning him, Pilate could find no charge worthy of death. He turned to the furious crowd and asked, "What shall I do with this man?" The crowd roared back, "Crucify him." The soldiers dragged Jesus away. They twisted thorns into a crown and pressed it hard onto his head, mocking him as the so-called king of the Jews. They flogged him, then forced him to carry a heavy wooden cross, step by agonizing step, toward the hill of execution, Golgotha, meaning the place of the skull. They drove nails through his wrists and feet and raised the cross on the hilltop for all to see. Passers-by mocked him, "Didn't you say you could destroy the temple and rebuild it in 3 days? Save yourself then." Jesus did not answer the taunts. He simply lifted his eyes and spoke the words that have moved countless hearts ever since. "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." At 3 in the afternoon, darkness fell over the land. Jesus let out one final cry, "It is finished." According to the accounts, at that very moment the curtain of the temple tore from top to bottom. The earth shook, and the rocks split apart. But the story did not end on that hill. 3 days later, Jesus is believed to have risen from the dead, and the empty tomb became the cornerstone of the Christian faith. To believers, his suffering was not defeat, it was a redemption paid for with his own life, bearing the weight of all humanity's wrongs. 2,000 years later, this day is known as Good Friday. Every year, more than 2 billion Christians around the world fall silent, pray, and remember. Whether or not you hold a faith, one thing is hard to deny. In all of history, no other person's death has sent such a lasting ripple across the whole of humanity.